Hello, this is Dr. Brian Weiss, and we're continuing our series on questions and answers about past lives and out-of-body states and parapsychology and the spiritual realm. And I want to thank everybody for sending in so many questions and for the response. It's been fabulous. And I cannot get to all of the questions, of course. Some of your questions probably I'll be answering in later sessions, but always picking a few, and there's so many good ones. I'm a little bit tired. I've been traveling just back from Chicago and recently from Australia, going all over the world. The reception has been marvelous wherever I've been, and I want to thank all of you for that too, because many of you have come to the workshops. So let's get to the questions. The first one is from Princey Girl 18, and the question is, "Hi Dr. Weiss, I have a question regarding adoption. If we choose our parents before we reincarnate, how does adoption work? Which set of parents did I choose? I'm 30 and my parents just told me they adopted me when I was a day old. I'm just trying to make some sense out of this. Thank you." And what I can say about adoptions, what I found, and again, I'm just talking about my own research, not what others have written about or done, just my own research, is that there are no coincidences, no accidents here. You really did mean to come to your adopting parents, but the parents who bore you biologically also are an important part. They are the means by which you were conveyed to your parents. So I know many astrologers who have been friends of mine and who have told me that they find the same things when they're doing astrological charts, for example. And I'm not an astrologer, but this is what they tell me. They find the charts of the adopting parents and the child have a lot in common, as if it's there. And that's what I find in doing regressions. Frequently, I'll do a regression and find the adopting parents in the lives, in the past lives of the children. The souls were together before. So it's not a matter of biology. That's not the important thing. It's no accident, it's no coincidence. There is a very strong connection between the adopting parents and the child or children being adopted. Very real. And so don't be worried about these things. There's no accident or coincidence. This is too important. Another question from Amarisa. Actually, Amarisa has two questions, and I'll go over both of them because they're both good. Her first question is, can every person have an ability to experience a past life by a hypnotic regression? Are there people who cannot recall anything in their past lives? Most people do remember their past lives when we do regressions. And I was just talking about this with a big group of people in Chicago the other day. And I think in terms of statistics, when I do large groups, there were more than 900 people in that group in Chicago, about 60% to 70% will have a past life regression. When I'm doing regressions individually, when I was doing them in my office, that number goes up to about 80%. Clearly, since I use memory techniques, concentration, for example, hypnosis, you need the ability to remember. So people with dementia, with Alzheimer's and serious mental impairments of that nature, these are very difficult to regress. Also, if a person does not want to have a regression, they can block it. It's like a memory, and if you don't want to remember it, you won't. So about 2/3 of people will have past life memory, even the first time and even in a group. And that number will go up to 80 or 85% with practice. I want to emphasize that practice is important. Many people have been using my CDs over time and know that the more you do this process, because past life regression is a process very similar to meditation. You don't master meditation in one time or two times. And the more that you practice doing past life regressions, the more likely you are to have an experience. It's a cumulative process, and with experience you can go even more deeply and even more quickly into that state, and I think the percentage goes up to 80 or 85%. And Maurice's other question is and this comes up from time to time, and it's coming up in Italy. For example, I'll be doing I hope a wonderful large workshop in Italy in June, And I'm really looking forward to that. But there is a person there who's concerned about what happens in a regression. Is it safe? Is it not safe? And Marissa's question is a past life regression harmless? Do you suggest that we should do it with a professional? I've heard that in some cases we could become crazy or forgetful or lose your mind after a past life regression. Thank you very much. Best wishes, Marissa. I don't find the latter to be true. I find it very safe. It's like any sort of memory. Clearly, if you have significant psychological issues, you may want to see a therapist who does past life regression techniques, because they can talk to you one-to-one and direct the session and then integrate the material into your therapy. But for people having it in a group or listening to a regression on a CD, it's also very, very safe. I've been doing large group regressions since 1988, the year that Many Lives, Many Masters was first published in English, and quickly then in Spanish in 1989 and many other languages since then. And I've been using my CDs since that time too. At first audio tapes and then CDs, and it's very, very rare, very, very rare for someone to have an adverse experience. Usually, contrary to is past life regression harmless, as Emerisa asked, usually it's very beneficial because it helps to remove blocks and obstacles to your inner peace and happiness and joy. It helps to remove symptoms, whether physical symptoms or emotional symptoms, and so you feel better, you feel freer, lighter. It removes constrictions, and I find it's the opposite of harmful. It's actually beneficial and very, very safe. So thank you, Emerisa, for asking those questions.